Cyborg, live on location right now. Cris, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, James? I'm excited, training hard. I'm happy.
Yes, and we're so excited to see your boxing fight coming up here in a little bit. We'll talk about that later in the show, but just want to remind our audience to make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Sticking with boxing, Cris, your good friend Amanda Serrano unfortunately did not get to fight last weekend. There was an issue with some hair dye or something getting in her eye. Have you spoken to Amanda since this all happened? What was your reaction to everything?
I didn't have the opportunity to spoke to her, but I sent Twitter, I sent some message to her. I was really sad because she trained the whole during her camp. I feel sorry for her, but I know she's a real fighter, and I know too the team refund all the tickets for the people who want to go to the event and pay her opponent. It's really cool, but I'm really sad she don't have the fight, but. Next opportunity gonna come. I hope she recovers soon and be ready for the next one.
Yes, and well, yeah, speedy recovery, as they say, and hopefully there can be something booked there soon. But how about you? How's everything going with your training with Holly Holm? Take me through what you've been up to over the last week since we last spoke.
This is going to be the second week of training. I'm super excited to be here and see Holly training. Her last fight, I have the opportunity to train for both girls. I have the opportunity to train Chito because she's into my gym for a little bit. And the Holly, you see the difference between both skills, the power, everything. I'm super excited for Holly fights. We've been training for twice a day. The team is amazing. I've been scheduled when I don't train Holly, I schedule my boxing training. So everybody's super cool. I'm learning a lot of things. I'm excited. I was supposed to be 2 weeks here. I'm going to still almost 5.
Oh, nice.
And yes, and high altitude. Yesterday we did the sprint of the team. I love every single person here. Every single person super cool. Greg and then Coach Wink too, did amazing. Super happy to be here. And Holly, man, she's ready. She's ready to the fight. She's one of the good, and I'm excited for her to be part of this.
Well, and I was gonna say it's worked out so well for both of you, right? Like you're helping Holly for her fight. You've got your boxing fight. Who's better to train boxing with than someone who used to, be competing at a high level in boxing with Holly Holm? So that's awesome. Glad to hear it's worked out, and really cool to hear that you're going to be staying a bit longer there, which is awesome. Sticking with boxing, Cris, we got to mention it. Claressa Shields' interview on the MMA Hour last week said some not so nice things about you. What was your biggest takeaway from that?
I didn't see the full interview, but I of course, have the call between us. Then calling me, asking her to fight her. I said, okay, they have to be gloves 8 ounce, 147, no problem. If she don't want to take this fight, cool. I prefer fight Katie Taylor. We discussed about the weight, everything, but she don't want to be willing to cut the weight to do anything. So I come to her sport. So she want to pick everything, the time, day, where, everywhere. Man, there's no work like this. Yeah. And another thing, I saw she's been saying, I quit in the spar between me and her. Man, you guys know my story. I never quit for nobody. But I pay her flight to come to my place for California. I pay her hotel. I pay dinner for her. I bring her to do my sparring for me. You guys can see already. And then, okay, I didn't call back for her for the training together again. Because first, I think she's not good partner. She's a lot of ego inside her. So everything is an ego for her. She wants to be better at everything. Everything is not like this. When I'm in the gym, I try to do good. I try to improve my game. And I want to be partnered and improve it together. No have to prove anything, but getting better, getting better. So I think she say all this. She want to quit. I can fight you when you have a flu. When I have a flu, I can fight you, Cris. Okay, fight me when I have a flu, but make weight. So no problem. If I think she say all these excuses for not make the fight happen. Yeah. When people think, no way, Cris gonna be good to fight for Claressa. Man, I have heavy hands. I spar her. She don't have heavy hands. She's sparring the girl. She did her last fight. Her box is awful in the cage. You guys can see, and she have 4-ounce gloves, and she cannot put the girl out. So I have heavy hands. I know she'd make a lot of excuses because she don't make this fight happen. But she's start this. She's start all this novella. So, man, I'm just improve, keep training. My next fight is going to be April 27. I'm in training. I'm super happy. And, going to improve, getting better, improving bread. And then she's not ready for 147. I can fight. Maybe we'll have discussed my team. Maybe it can be Katie Taylor. And I'm willing to do a little diet and cut a little bit of weight for make this fight happen for the fans.
There we go. Well said, Cris. Yeah, I know. Obviously, there's been a lot said, and glad to get your.
And look here, Claressa. Make a diet, 10 weeks. Lose that booty. You can make weight. You can make the fight happen. Stop getting excuse, man. Stop. Okay? I'm here with a picture I see every day when I'm training.
There you go. Well said. Well said. Sticking with boxing, I mentioned it there. You have your boxing fight April 27th in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tickets are on sale right now at CrisCyborg.com. You talked a little bit about it there, but tell me a bit more about the training. Obviously, things are going very well over there at JacksonWink.
No, I've been training with Coach Wink. When they have a sparring here, I spar in Holly, and after our sparring, I do some sparring boxing with the teammate here. I'm going to the one guy from Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
He's a boxing coach too, so I do some pads work with him too. I've been running, I've been training. It's nice because I don't just do boxing. My last camp, I was just doing boxing, but this camp, because I'm going to have MMA fight soon after this fight. So I'm already active, already training. It's nice, and I still get improving my game. And, I feel great, and here is high altitude, so make you push harder. And I really feel great, and learn a lot of things, a lot of things for MMA I've been learning here, and super happy to be here.
We got a big UFC card this Saturday. The bantamweight title's on the line between Sean O'Malley and Marlon Chito Vera. It's a rematch. Chito Vera getting the first win over O'Malley a couple years ago. How do you see the rematch going? It's going to be really interesting.
I'm going for Chito Vera. I believe Jason Pereira is going to make him to be ready, and he can KO Sean O'Malley.
There we go. Bold prediction. I'm going the other way. I'm going to take O'Malley, and we can talk about who is...
I like out that day. I like to be against. When people want to win, I want to go to the opposite, Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing about the fight, too, is Chito's never been finished. So if O'Malley can't put him away, that's where things get interesting in the fight, as if the fight ends up going a little bit longer. But I'm really excited for this one, UFC 299. You're actually going to be away this weekend, Chris. You're actually going over to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, which is the neighboring province to where I live here in British Columbia. Calgary's in Alberta. I mentioned there for the Pallas Athena Fighting Championship. That's the all-women's promotion here in Canada. I know you were part of their event last time. Tell me a little bit about this. We're all really excited for this big event that's coming up.
I'm my third time I'm going to attend an event in Calgary. I'm super excited. Have MMA and Muay Thai in the cage. Last time when I went, have one Brazilian champion. It's nice you can support the sport, in the women's MMA. Super happy. The event only girls, and I'm very excited. Going to be there. Chuck Liddell last time I have two. Felicia Spencer. It was really cool to be there and support the women's MMA.
Good stuff. We'll have to check that out. And we got to do our Portuguese saying of the week, Chris. You're flying all over the place. How would I say in Portuguese, flying on an airplane?
Voando de avião.
De avião.
Yes.
Voando de avião.
Yes.
There we go. Close enough. Glad I can fly. I wouldn't have to drive everywhere. That's great. As we always do as we wrap things up on the show, CrisCyborg.com. You can pay with Bitcoin. You get the Q&As every month. You get the technical videos. You get so much stuff, and you can pay with Bitcoin, which is great. And Bitcoin last week, Chris, right? You saw that, what was it, 60,000 last week? It's really pumping up there. So if you're on the Bitcoin side, you can sign up for CrisCyborg.com. And your OnlyFans, you do the behind-the-scenes video blogs and all that. What do you got coming up on all your platforms, Chris? Let our audience know.
Guys, you can go to my website, sign up, CrisCyborg.com. We have a membership, everybody. We will be together every week, every month. And you can share some stuff. You can get a merchandise. Like James said, you can use Bitcoin to buy merchandise. I really support Bitcoin family, community. And I'm super excited. I'm happy. My fiancé in the house, very good move because of the Bitcoin fly is good. So everything asking him is going to say yes now. And, I believe all the community, the Bitcoin, very happy. Bitcoin is bumping today and being bumping. So if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, please have one book, standard. Bitcoin standard in your Amazon. You can check it out and see more things. And we're going to have the big conference in Tennessee. You can get the ticket from our website too. You're going to welcome to be part of the community and learn more about Bitcoin.